Hello there, guys. Today I'm going to discuss with you the reason why. Today I'm going to discuss with you the relationship between human nature and Bitcoin, and I think it's very important for you guys to listen to this, and why Bitcoin is not worth your time. As a matter of fact, no cryptocurrency is worth your time. Let's define cryptocurrency for a second. I don't call it that. I call it a log. It's a way of logging things. Think of it as a book where you log, transactions or contracts, whatever it is. It's a logbook that has special features. It's encrypted, of course. It's very hard to manipulate, which is, due to encryption. You can do the same thing with a book, where every space is filled out. You can't change it, which is very different from databases that is not encrypted, or let's say encrypted but can be changed. In that sense, a book is better because you can see alterations of a book. Let's say you have a constitution that is written on paper. It's very hard to change it without obvious problems. So it's a logbook that is encrypted, very difficult to change. With few cryptocurrencies has two extra features, which include limited capacity to, think of it as a short book, if you want to call it that. Limited capacity of coins, be it Bitcoin or whatever, Ripple, whatever else currency you like to discuss here. And it has this whole mining thing where you process transactions, you get a Bitcoin out of it. It's kind of like paying a logger to record transactions. Pretty much the same thing. So it's a logbook. It's a new technology. It's a new way of logging things. There's nothing really exciting about this. It's a hype because it's new technology, just like .com. But it's been done before. We're gonna see this in future. It's a new way of logging, creating records, and it is gonna be the future. But currency is still currency. It still needs to perform certain functions, and any currency you take, be it gold, be it silver, be it fiat, be it logging system, cryptocurrency, it's all gonna still follow one basic rule of human nature, okay? And the human nature is that whoever controls the currency, be it crypto, whatever else, will be the biggest manipulator. Always, be it gold, like I said, be it fiat, be it gold-backed fiat, it does not matter what it is. It could be it crypto. It's still gonna be manipulated. Now, people are gonna say, well, there's limited supply of Bitcoin. Yes, correct. So is gold. Gold is also in limited supply, and yet we have all this manipulation via contracts. All the derivatives are manipulating the value of gold. Now, you're saying it cannot. More Bitcoin cannot be created. Well, of course, an entity that's going to create the new currency, which is going to be something new, obviously. It's not going to be paper. As the age goes on, it's not going to be paper. It's probably going to be some kind of logging system, such as crypto, etc. It's whatever they're going to choose, whatever the central bank, if it's going to be central bank, it would be something else in future. Whoever is going to make a choice, whatever it's going to be, is gonna fit the purposes of that particular entity. Okay, so for example, if let's say central bank does fail, let's say it stays, and they decide to reset the whole financial system into, let's say, some kind of, Fed coin, for example. That Fed coin is gonna benefit the central bank. It will not benefit the. It's not gonna benefit the people. It will not. It may be limited in supply. It may be, it may be actually have loopholes for the government to create something else. And if it's not gonna fit the purposes of the government, for example, if let's say Bitcoin is indeed a people thing, they're going to make it illegal. They're gonna make it illegal. They're gonna make sure that you don't use it, and if you do use it, it's limited in its ability to become a modern and current form of currency. It's just not going to happen. This is human nature. The person has the power, will keep that power, and they're going to do everything possible to make sure that you are not in control. And inflation, like to speak to inflation. Some people say, well, you know, Bitcoin doesn't inflate. Well, it does because of the mining fees, of the future of logging system where miners get free Bitcoin. No, it's not free. They get Bitcoin. But the same thing happens with gold. You know, if there's a discovery of a mine, well, guess what? There's gonna be inflation, hopefully limited. We do know that there's a lot of gold on the sea. There's a lot of gold in Grand Canyon that is yet to be tapped. People say that there's asteroids, so there's gonna be some form of inflation. It could be hyperinflation even with gold. If, let's say, you know, tomorrow we're gonna start mining in the desert, it's gonna happen. The same thing with Bitcoin. If they decide that does not fit their purposes, they will go ahead and change it, or make it illegal, or propose their own system that benefits them. Keep that in mind. So it's not really worth your time. Whatever it's gonna be, it's not gonna be in your favor. If you do end up making some money, it's speculation, or it's not speculation if you do have some kind of insider information, so that's great. Please use it to your advantage. Just remember one thing, that it's not what really hurts you and your family's financial, you know, status is not what you don't know, it's rather what you know, but it's just not true. So for example, you know, people say that, you know, oh, you know, it's cryptic, and you know, Bitcoin is encrypted, and you can't. Well, guess what? Well, what if it's not true, and you have all your money in it, and that's a big problem. So you have to look at the history. Gold, silver has a tree, but now we're developing this new thing, cryptocurrency, and everybody's sure about this and that. But you know, quantum computers coming out, and they're pretty sure that things are going to be changed with quantum computers, where you know, cracking algorithms will take seconds, and your wallet's gone once that first you know, protocol is ran, and that's it, and that's the end of the Bitcoin. I mean, you know, it's very possible. So I do want you to focus on your family as a primary focus. I do want you to remember that you know, the history of gold and silver is significant. There is inflation, but it's limited so far. So keep that in mind. If you work and you want to save your wealth, remember, it doesn't just grow. You can only save your wealth. You can't grow it. Of course, Bitcoin is an example, but again, very, very dangerous. As you know, as a speculation, no problem. We've seen this before, but again, you know, as you can see, government's starting to they started to trade Bitcoin on as an ETF, and it's a big problem because now they can you know, they can short, they can go long, they can sell contracts without delivering actual Bitcoin. So remember, Bitcoin is, and all other form of cryptocurrencies, is a way of logging transactions. It's just a new way. It's an efficient way, maybe. But it's not perfect. And whatever the new system's gonna be, it's not gonna be in your favor. It's gonna be in favor of those who create it. So keep that in mind. Okay. Thank you for your time.